Okay, so this is the Gietta singing fish that I uploaded a bit ago. I just wanted to show a couple things that are cool about it. Of course, needless to say, the board is not original. It's an average big mouth Billy Bass board. In fact, it's this one. It's the board from this one that came. It came from this one fish where the skin is actually there. It's actually in good condition. I'll be reusing the skin and the plaque, and I'll mix it with that one to make one single good working one. Whatever's left out of that one, I'll just have it for parts. Um, there is this one big mouth Billy Bass that I will be making a video of at some point, which, of course, like I said, no longer has its board because this one's holding it. Uh, it was fed with 12 volts. They gave it to me with a 12-volt adapter. It killed a transistor in the mouth, and it almost kills the sound, but thankfully it's all functional. After some component replacement and whatnot, I was able to get it running. So that one, the brain is actually functional at 100%, and here's the proof. So this Billy singing fish, sorry, I had it since last year, and it had the average singing fish board, the Gietta board that dies extremely easily, and that's pretty much what happened with this one. It died out of nowhere. The head would be constantly doing this, and it would occasionally turn on, but the head would always be like that. Then it just completely quit doing anything. So the board is just, it was a goner, as usual with these stupid fish. Um, so what I did was, like I said, put that original Billy Bass board, and at the same time I replaced all three motors because the motors that this thing has are shit. They are shit. Tail motor's shit, it would barely move. Head motor, somewhat fine, but you know what? I'll just put I think it's either Hoipo or Action Motor, the maker, the brand of the motors that Jemmy uses. And then the blue cap motor for the mouth. So it's basically a Gietta fish with Jemmy motors, if you will. And a Jemmy board, of course. But that's not it. You guys saw that, of course. I replaced the eyes. The eyes were actually melted, so I bought these clear eyes that you can actually remove. You can actually take them off their sockets because they don't have the security like little things like the shape it has. This one it's just a plain shaft. So you put it on, it goes under pressure, so you cannot take it off easily. But if something ever happens, grab a pair of pliers and you can take it off. That's what I did. Another thing, and I believe this is the last thing, I replaced the switch by an original Jemmy switch. Well, Jemmy, should I say, like a Billy Bass switch. Why is that? I'll get to that right now. The original switch of this thing only had a single circuit, intended for enabling or disabling the sensor, and that was about it, not a big deal. As I changed the pitch, the pitch, the speed, however you call it. I personally call it the speed. I changed the speed. As you guys saw, it was slower than what it's originally supposed to be. That was done by putting two resistors in series. One is the original resistor, and the other one is one that I can't remember the value, but at some given point I'll probably just give it out or whatever. I don't want to take it apart anymore. What did I do? In between those two, where they both touch, I soldered a wire. And I soldered a wire to the other terminal so that when you would cross those two wires, you would get the default pitch or speed or whatever the fuck, you get me. Basically, that is the original speed this board had, which is faster than what you saw in the video. How would I enable or disable that? That's where the Jemmy Billy Bass switch comes. It's got 6 contacts, meaning 2 circuits. One circuit enables and disables the sensor, while the other one simultaneously, enables or disables the pitch change. So here's what happens. You've got the button now. Wow, it's fast. Okay, fine. You want it slow? You'll have it slow. And look, you can even play with a pitch. And that there is the end of hell. Because this thing was hell. Like, the first time when the board died, I was pissed. I fixed it up and everything, and then I had to go back into it because of the stupid motors. Because I used to think that Billy Bass boards would just not give enough power to them. So I was like, yeah, maybe changing the transistors, you know, bridging a couple of resistors that connect to those. Nah, not really, nah. It was just a question of changing all the goddamn motors, and look at how good it is now. Oh yeah, that's right, I disconnected it. Well, you get the point. There we go.